Hey, Carmen. Am I live and didn't know it? Was I live and did not know it? How are you on this good Sunday? I just wanted to come on here. I am not going to stay long these YouTube streets. It's hard to get live on these YouTube streets because everybody is live all day. So I just wanted to come on real quick, share my quick thoughts. Um, I did join. Hey, Linda Gamble. I did join a watch party. I joined Day Silva's watch party. Hey, Cookie from the Shy. How are you? I did join Linda Gamble's watch party. I mean, not Linda Gamble. I'm sorry. I did join Day Silver's watch party, and I did watch. I did catch it late because I was out. My nephew had prom, so I did not catch the first portion, I think, with Marlene and Martell, and I missed. Apparently, I missed Courtney and Stormy. But I did see the rest of the episode, and I am not impressed. I am just not impressed. What do you all think? Were you impressed? Did you like how they handled things? Um, for me, I was kind of on the fence whether I was going to watch the show or not. Again, I did decide to join a watch party. I do not like. I said I was going to watch it later because usually I do need to watch the show just a couple of times to digest what I've watched and make sure that I usually try to watch it a couple of times. But I was not impressed. I'm kind of, honestly, if I'm being honest, I'm kind of over the show. But I do want to watch, just to keep up with this sector and because I am a supporter of male. But I'm kind of over the show. The fact that Nail, I did not like the scene. Right, right. And the fact that they added the millimeters cookie from the side, that is insane to me. It wasn't, I didn't get mad about it because I've been called worse by better. You see, I have on my millimeters versus everybody shirt, sweatshirt. I've been called worse by better, so I do not care that Destiny and Tisha threw that dig in there. But it's the point of like this is what the show has been reduced to. Everything y'all are talking about comes from YouTube. The show starts off with the podcast. Y'all use the millimeters to sell out the podcast. Okay. Then you want to go show a scene where people are disrespecting the very people that watch and support the show. Um, I just thought that was crazy, but I've been called worse by better. So the fact that Tisha and it came from Tisha and Destiny, like who cares? Like who cares? Destiny, you on the show chasing the married man. So I don't feel bad for you. I don't know. I just what I saw of Marlene and Martell, it just shows me why Marlene's sons have so many issues. And I think that this is a major problem in the Black community that we often coddle our boys and we hold our girls to certain standards. We watch girls, what you dress, make sure you watch what you wear, make sure you don't come home with any babies, make sure you study. And boys are kind of just left to take out the trash and excel in sports. Or, it's not really the same standards held to our boys as it is our girls a lot of times in our community. And I just see the issues that Martell has because he has no one that holds him accountable. We know that um, Ariane just wants to be seen with him and wants to be with him. Hi, Sandra. That it doesn't matter what he does or what he says, she's going to be right there. And it seems as if Marlene is the same. I've seen different people on panels. I've actually seen a lot of people on panels take up for Marlene today, saying, that's her son. And most women do take up for their sons without knowing the full details. But my rebuttal to that is Martell's behavior has become increasingly worse. This is not a first incident. This is not a first time offender and he's being reprimanded. He's uh he's been a repeat offender, multiple offender. And for him to even conspire with the woman that he supposedly moved on with, why would you want to put out this damning tape against someone that has to raise four of your children? Now, is nobody asking those questions? Why is he wanting to put out this tape anyway? Why is he wanting to, if he's such the better parent, why is he uh, a great father? To me, a great father can't be a great father if you don't care about the mental health and well-being of the mother that has to care for those children. And I think that's a conversation that we need to have. I think it has to stop focusing on it. I don't know. Love and Marriage Huntsville is just, I don't know. For me, I gave it like maybe a 5. You all hear my dog? Kane. So what did you all think? What was the highlights of let's see what Cookie from the Shy said. He said, I'm beginning to believe that they are all me too. Me too. I'm beginning to believe that they are all actors with bad acting skills. All the scenes seem rehearsed with the exception of Mel and Marcus. I 100% agree. Hey Jess. Hey Jess Angel. Make sure you are, if you haven't already, Jess is about to start an inspirational page. So make sure you all subscribe to her. She makes beautiful jewelry as well. But I love Jess. She's been very supportive. So if you all can. Um, but let me go back to your comment, Cookie. I felt the same way. I felt like they were all acting. It gave very much the fact that if you look at it, these people know everything that happens. Hey, Simone Wealthy, happy Sunday. Thank you for joining me. If you look at the show, everybody on the show knows everything that goes on social media. But when it comes to Melody, since they want to play in her face, they act like they don't know it's just a text message. And if it was just a text message, if that's how she chooses to protect her peace, what's the issue? What's the issue? And Nell was very disappointing to me. But I already spoke on that in a previous video. But Nell was very disappointing. Let me see what Linda Gamble. Trying to keep up with the comments. In my opinion, let's see. In my opinion, Martell keeps repeating the kids do not need Melody. He did. He said it on Tasha K. Remember in the Tasha K interview, he was like, "Well, Melody is gone." I don't know what that statement meant, but why do you feel like they don't need their mother? Why? Martell is deranged. He's deranged, mentally ill, and he has nobody holding him accountable. And just the whole entire show, it was not one person on that cast, not one person on that cast could understand what Melody was going through. Not one person, not even Nail. Like you came on this show like you were a friend of Melody's, and then as soon as you get on the show and you speak with somebody, I would never speak on my friend's situation to another person before I spoke to my friend. I'm a no comment you to death. I don't know. Until I speak with her, we can't go any further with this conversation. When we talk, we're talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? The same way that I talk to you in your face is the same way I'm going to handle you behind your back. That's a friend. That's what friends do. Let's see. We have Carmen. Can both of them put a colorful muzzle on? Hello? Hello. Because if you were talking about the millimeters are a bunch of middle-aged old women, then what are y'all mamas? What is Wanda? What is Wanda? Wanda gets on YouTube, slurs her words, cuss everybody out, acts a fool on a regular. So if you are going to make that blanket statement, your mama, first of all, your mama, just leave it at that for both of them, for both, like you said, for both Stormy and Tisha, your mama. That's it. That's the reply, your mama. Let's see. he wants child support. I did hear something about I think in the latest court documents, I don't know if it's how accurate it is or if they were talking about the previous. I know in the previous documents that were released, he asked for her financial records and all of that. But I was hearing something like that was still current in this current case. So, I'm sure he does want child support. He needs it. If he can't feed those kids, he needs some help. Maybe, a food stamp application. I'm not sure what he needs to do. Let's see. And you said Nell having this discussion about Mel to one of her ops is very disturbing. The fact that you sat there, the most disturbing part for me, Cookie, is the fact that she discussed this with the fact that she had this discussion with Stormy. Even at that time, I don't think Mel and Stormy were on the worst of terms. But the fact that she had this discussion with Stormy and you haven't talked to Mel, I would never. I could never. Like, what is a real friend? And then to say you don't agree with something. So what do y'all teach y'all daughters? That's what I want to know. Nell has several, Nell has, well, not several. Nell has a daughter and she has a stepdaughter. And I defended Nell during that Lexi stuff. I defended Nell. I wanted to hear both sides. I thought that Lexi came out. I thought that, hey, love Key, happy Sunday. I thought that Nell came out. I thought they did a pretty good job season one. I guess I'm always looking for somebody to have Mel's back, so I kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. And I also listened to Melody. She said it was her friend, so I kind of just went with that. But the fact that I don't know, I didn't like how I didn't like that statement. You don't believe in them going to jail. So when do we protect black women? When do we listen to black women? And as my friend, hey Tawana, if you're my friend, why do you not? Why I just on the TV show, I thought that was nobody could pay me enough to go on the TV show, say somebody is my friend, get on the TV show, and know that they're dealing with something as serious as a charge that resulted in a DV charge and get on the show and act like I don't agree, like I don't know what's going on, I don't agree with it, and leave her out there like that. Not one person from last night's episode was in support. Courtney was talking about it was vindictive. I'm just, I was thoroughly disgusted. When I say thoroughly disgusted, I was thoroughly disgusted. What do y'all think about Carlos King making an appearance? Carlos King was all up and through that episode. What do y'all think about that? Carlos King made his presence known. He did a FaceTime. Um, he did the podcast where he was looking a fool on that stage. Um, and Tawana, we were there, and the crowd didn't play with Carlos or Sonny and Moses during that podcast. Let's see. If you're my friend, then don't downplay what's happening in my life at all. Don't play with me, period. Don't downplay. And then to say you haven't talked to me, but you giving your opinion to somebody else, what opinion? How is it valid if you don't know if y'all don't know what's going on? How is your opinion valid? If you my friend, why haven't you talked to me to see what's going on? TMZ reported all on y'all people not clueless. Y'all know what's going on. TK wants to be a cast member. Clearly, he took over last night. He was all over the place. He was in every scene. Let's see. It says Nell has full knowledge of what narcissistic nut Mel's ex is. She could safely assume if his ass was arrested, it was indeed warranted. Listen, Simone. Nell, you know what I had to tell myself last night? I'm expecting too much of Nell because Nell let Chris dance all in her face. Chris danced all yesterday when Lance Fletcher posted something. I got it on my page. It was like where my mom hurts. Heal My Mom Where She Hurts. When the clip dropped of her and son Stormy before the show aired, and people tore her up all on YouTube, they knew what was going on because Lance posted that, and he tags his mother. Guess what? Guess what? Chris Fletcher posted. Chris Chris Fletcher posted pictures of himself. Chris is self-absorbed. He don't care nothing about what's going on, what nobody got going on. He just gonna dance his way and do what he want to do. And Nell doesn't have a she. We clearly see that she doesn't have a standard for her man. He left her for 18 months to go be with another woman with her family. You were already his side chick to begin with. So Chris, the type of man Chris is, and nail what you expect from a man, you're not you ain't even a valid person to take advice from anyway. I don't even know why Mel let you mentor her in the first place. You may have had a marriage for a long time, but how much good information can you give if you don't hold this man to any type of standards? It's clear that you don't. Let's see. I'm skipping comments. No audience. Well, no, Team CK and Sonny and Moses. No, they did not like Sonny and Moses at their podcast. Yes, on is indeed a prince. Yes. I love Tawana's name. It says she sure did let Chris play in her face just because she suffered through infidelity and disrespect. She believes other women should do the same. Exactly. So I think we have to start looking at who's talking. We talking about nail. At first it triggered me because I remember when people, I shared my story with you all the other day, and I remember when people used to make me feel unseen, unheard, made me feel like the villain, made me feel like I was wrong for protecting myself. So it was very triggering to remember those feelings, and I think it's very irresponsible for people to just want you to suffer in silence, just want you to take people's abuse. Um, it has to be a point where you let people know that you're no longer you're not playing with them. And like, how many transgressions does Martell get before people are why can nobody on this cast see what Martell is doing? That's the part that baffles me. Like, nobody on this cast, not one person on this cast can see that this man is deranged. Love Key says, right, Simone Wealthy. She has a lot of information to access there, or no choice but to move forward with the law. Exactly. I say prosecute Martell to the fullest extent of the law. Keep your foot on his neck. Keep your lawyers on his back. Period. I don't let up on him. Keep a paper trail on everything he does. And then, he's lying to the audience like he don't know what's going on. Like, Martell, please. Please. It's all over the internet. How much mentoring is Chris doing when he sits mute most of the time? Chris can't mentor nobody. Chris can't mentor nobody. He may not. I don't know what his current status is as far as fidelity in his marriage, but Chris can't mentor nobody. Chris, if you try to mentor somebody, you have to be consistent in what you tell them. You can't smile in their face, through certain stuff. And Chris, after that TikTok Chris had with his cousin where he was laughing at Melody, Chris can miss me. Chris just is fake. Is Chris just want to be on TV? Chris want to dance, sell some real estate, be on TV, make a quick buck. Let the ladies talk about how handsome he is. That's Chris gives me those vibes. Let's see. And the laws in Alabama, in my opinion, are male identified. Well, Tawana, it definitely is. And if you look at Alabama has a governor, her name is Key Ivey. She just like, she took curriculum out of schools that are, she took black curriculum out of schools. Alabama is very Alabama laws are very male identified and very where I don't see black people being protected in Alabama. Alabama is like reverting back to its Confederate ways, so I don't have no faith in Alabama, to be honest. I don't. Did you see the interview with this? I saw a clip of it. I don't. I try not to go on Carlos' page if I can help it. I did see a clip of her speaking about Melody and LeBeric, and she was saying that they were cordial now. Do y'all believe that Destiny and Melody are cordial? And so uh, Destiny is trying to use LeBeric. And why is Destiny not on there talking about LeBeric? And why they? I still want to know that story. Why did that man leave you after you had that baby for how long? How old was the baby? 3 weeks. You're chasing another married man, but you're not. You never even told us what happened with the first husband. You like, why are you chasing this man? Where's LeBeric? What happened with him? You never finished that story. Let's start there. I want to start there. Did LeBeric find out that you were dealing with Moses? Is that why he left? Did he find out you were dealing with Moses and left you? Yes, Cookie from the Shire. Alabama is very racist. And I told you, I went through a court custody battle. I live in Georgia. I went through a battle. He did not have a lawyer. I had a lawyer. Y'all, if a judge is dead set on getting, they gave him 2 years to get his stuff together so they could give him visitation. It I had to go to court for 2 years. So if a judge is determined to give a father some rights, they don't care how long it takes, what they got to do, chance after chance. They're gonna get them chance after chance. So I know what Melody is going through. People are like, why is she not doing this? She's probably doing everything in order and how she's supposed to do it. But the system, if I had a male judge, I had a white male judge, and he was determined to give him some type of, you know, some type of rights and visitations. He didn't, like I said, he didn't have a lawyer. Um, I had a lawyer. They didn't care. They drug me through the mud. They didn't care. Um, Chris down in Alabama. Chris down there, Alabama A&M looking for new conquests, in my opinion, and allegedly, and is, okay, dancing all in the what did Suge Knight tell Diddy? All in the videos dancing. That's what Chris gives me. You just all in the videos dancing. Allegedly, not the girl code. Let's talk about girl code, y'all. Even though they're irrelevant to me, let's talk about girl code. Why do women? Okay, let me start here with my thoughts on girl code. Why do women think? And I'm not defending Sunny because I don't think what Sunny did was per se right, but I do want to. If you have a stance on something, like let's say side chicks, if you feel like side chicks are wrong, why do we think that? Why do we feel like, okay, if I say side chicks are wrong, being a side chick is wrong? Why do, if I like somebody, I want to defend her being a side chick? But if I dislike this person, I'm going to call her slaw, if y'all get what I'm saying. Like, we drag Ariane up and down the road for being a side chick and for continuously being a fool for Martell. But you mean to tell me it's okay that Destiny was Moses' side chick for 15 years while he was married to another woman, and people want to feel sorry for her because Sunny did the same thing she did to another woman to her? Why am I supposed to have sympathy for her? Why am I supposed to have sympathy for a woman that did it to another woman, but when it got done to her in a public manner, you want to cry about it? I don't have nothing for Destiny. I don't have nothing for you. And people need to start. I don't care if you are cool with a coworker. I don't care. I don't care if you're cool with a coworker. You better make sure they cool with you in the same manner. Because she don't owe her nothing. Just being real, she don't owe her nothing. They were coworkers. They met through this job, and they were both doing their job. And yes, they may have liked each other while they were doing that job. They may have thought, okay, you cool, while we working. But you see how that turned out. One was saying this is my friend, the other one saying you was my coworker. So you got to vet people better than that, and you got to know who's your real friend, who's solid, who got your back through some rough times, and who's just a coworker. So that's her fault. That's Destiny's fault. I don't even think Melody. I don't know. I don't. I think she's cordial because she a businesswoman, but Melody ain't feeling you, Destiny. You know it. Yes. You remember Tawana? Well, I don't know how true it is. It hasn't been like 100% verified. But at the podcast, uh, Sonny got on stage and said that um, Destiny was Moses' side chick for 15 years while he was married to his first wife. I never got CK for either child support for either of my kids. Their dads were protected by the system. Just let me tell you something. I wish I could pull it up right now. My kids, I have court ordered child support, but I don't get a dime. I'm like, I I should have about $14,000 in the rear for my two children. But he still gets my kids like every other weekend. But I don't even the system just they don't put any pressure behind them, and I don't need I've learned to fight my battles because you can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. I said one day, maybe one day something of maybe I'll get their social security. I don't know. I don't know because I'll get child support either. Let's see. My daughter wants us to move to Mississippi. I'm sorry, just can't trust the South. I'll continue to take my chances here in Illinois. Cookie, I'm originally from Detroit, but I've been in Georgia since about 16. So I know, the north south dynamics. And a lot of people get offended, but the north south dynamics is rough. It's different. Yeah, it's just the women are different. The women are a lot of women are like Tisha, Nail, Destiny. A lot of women are like that. Yeah. Question for Destiny: Why did he exactly? Why did he divorce you 30 days after giving birth? Were you dating Moses through your engagement and marriage? Did LeBaric question paternity? Yes, she is full of it because why did he leave you, Destiny? You're jumping into you left for a whole year, you come back and you're jumping into the why is why did my boyfriend marry my producer? Baby, you ain't even tell us what happened with Moses. I mean with LeBaric. Why did he leave you with that brand new baby? What man would just walk away from his first wife, first baby, just bought a house, just got married, no explanation. He just gone. For what? What happened? What happened? And then you come with this Moses story. Like you explain the first story. Explain the first story. Let's see. Sunny moved in on an opportunity to find her husband. All we know is Destiny downplayed her relationship. Yeah, Destiny can go. Destiny can go back where she was that whole year. Let's see. No sympathy from me. That's why it's hard to believe that she is a survivor of DV houseway. Your breast cookie. I say this all the time. I read Destiny's statement. I have it here in my phone. She's partnering with some DV. She's doing a DV partnership and speaking on domestic violence. But there is no way that you can ride for Martell the way that you do and tell me that you are a DV survivor. I can't. My mind does not allow me to believe that. I can't. Like how? How? How are you a survivor, but you're currently riding with somebody that is accused of something, even if it's an accusation? But the way that we've seen him behave on screen, even if you're just looking at one screen, Marceau even had a restraining order against him. So we know he is unhinged. We know everybody knows he's unhinged, whether they want to act like it or not. Let's see. Where are we? Tawana says, but remember, Courtney, there are a lot of people who move here. I'm from Georgia. There are not many of us Georgians. That is true. That is true. Let's see. Destiny was a side chick. Sunny doesn't have to answer to any. That's what I say. I say it from one side chick to another. I mean, why are we caping for one side chick for the other? Why? You was a side chick, she was a side chick. So y'all say, and he married her. So why is this a story? They're married. They're married. What do you want it to result in? Divorce? If it does, that's their business. Like, he didn't marry you. It's simple. It's clean cut. It's simple. Bet your friends better next time. Let's see. But I believe Dusty and Letitia wants to be relevant. I say that we don't give them what they want. I do too. I think that they're setting this season up to be like Mel and her fans. Mel has crazed fans. None of the other people have real fans, to be honest. You know, who else on the show has a real fan base? You have people that don't like Mel, so they'll talk about Melody, in groups, but they're not really a fan of anybody particularly on the show. Mel has a proven fan base that show up to her. I've met, me and Tawana have met through attending Melody's events. We both were in Huntsville at the podcast. We both were at Mimosas with Melody. So she really has a proven fan base. And I want to, only thing about it is I want that misconception about the fan base being like crazy, middle-aged women with nothing to do. Every woman I've encountered at these events have been successful, well spoken. Everybody look like money. Everybody looks amazing. Everybody has wonderful, warming spirits. I haven't encountered a crazed person, or, I mean, I've been approached with nothing but love at each event. So I just want that misconception to be gone. I think that they hate the way that they get drugged on social media because they're not being authentic on the screen. So they attack, they attack the fan base for the way that they're portrayed on YouTube. And it's just the truth. If y'all are not giving y'all's truth, what are y'all mad about? But Melody has a very great fan base. Like I said, I've received nothing but love from the people that I've met. Um, doesn't Hotel have a gag order? But speaking on the chicken nuggets again on TV, child, he had a gag order when he did the Tasha K interview, and she even said that he had a gag order. But they talked about everything in the court documents. They were talking about Melody. He was calling her all kinds of bees on live, on this live interview with Tasha K. So if that, so let's talk about that. So if he has a gag order, why is nobody holding him accountable for him going against the gag order, calling her all type of bees on this interview? So why would she not press charges on him? Because he doesn't seem to listen to the judge or anybody. So she has to keep a paper trail and security to protect herself from this deranged psycho man. So yeah, I don't know. I give last night's episode a, I thought it was a 5. I didn't like it. I didn't like the episode. I think they showed, you know, they kind of showed everything in the previews, and so the episode was kind of lackluster to me. Marlene, um, I need Marlene to. I think we're in season 8. I think Marlene's wigs should be better than what they are at season 8. Like, quit coming on screen like that, Marlene. Just quit coming on screen like that. I personally never been in an AB relationship, but my daughter was. After losing her, I've been a strong advocate for people going through or survivors of DV. Absolutely, Cookie, and my heart goes out to you. Um, and it's just a testament that people take DV, and I'm not speaking of you. I'm just saying in general, a lot of people take DV so lightly until it takes a life being lost for people to be like, oh my gosh, and it shouldn't have to be that way. It should not have to be that way. Someone could say someone should be able to say this person is threatening to me. This person will not leave me alone, and that should be enough for people to actually understand what they're going through. It should not have to be a fatality for people to really just truly understand what DV is. Just Angel says, I have not watched it. I'm just supporting my queens. I know that's right, Jess. I like I said, I did. I joined a watch party. I joined it kind of late, so I missed the first couple of scenes. I've just, seen different people recap. So I missed the first couple of scenes, but it didn't give me that I really want to watch. I if this scene, if it's indication of they're going to turn this into Melody versus everybody else, and Melody just telling her story and everybody else acting clueless, what am I watching here? Because I ain't watching the truth. I'm not watching no foolishness now. I'm too old for the games. I'm not watching that. Marlene's wig needs to be twisted. Well, Marlene's wig needs to. First of all, Marlene, let's stop going to the beauty supply getting those 1999 wigs, please. Like you've been on. Come on. You making your TV debut? I know you can get you a couple. Bob bundles don't cost that much. Get you a couple little nice bundles. Even if you do a leave out, I need Marlene to do better with the wigs. Marlene should have asked questions. Marlene, Marlene is acting like she's in denial of what type of man that Martell is. And then you're saying he made one mistake, baby. Having a baby, having a 5-year affair, and having a baby—that's not one mistake, Marlene. She gave him 5 years to get himself together. So why are we still on the he just made one mistake, Marlene? No, baby. He's continued to make that mistake. He's continued to make that mistake. Marlene, you don't see nothing else that these people do on social media. You see nothing. You hear nothing. I'm not falling for that. You actually have a front row view of what's happening. So please stop trying to act like we as the viewing audience is slow and you slow and you don't know what type of man Martell is. You don't want to see it. You might be in denial. You might not want to see it. But that may be why your other son is in jail. That may be why he keeps going back and forth. Now you're facing this with Martell because you refuse to call it what it is. You're an enabler. That's what I want to know. How is he a good husband? Good husbands don't have multi-year affairs. Good husbands don't take their money out of the home and give it to a side piece. Good husbands don't have babies on their wives. Good husbands don't embarrass you publicly. Good husbands work through their issues with you and not go get another woman. That's what good husbands do. But Marlene, has she ever had a husband? So how would she know what a good husband is? Marlene needs Martell financially. She is not going to speak terribly on his. What finances does Martell currently have? Marlene already lost her house. You lost the person that was helping you financially, which was your daughter-in-law. Martell can't feed them 5 kids. Martell, please, Martell and Marlene, bye. Drop the stream yard. I don't know how. I'm still learning. I do not know how, but once I figure it out, I'm gonna be able to drop my link so that y'all can come up. But right now, I do not know how. I have to. I'm still learning StreamYard, and I have not figured out how to drop the link yet. But I get Day Silver to show me how to drop the link, so next time I go live, y'all can come up with me and we can talk. Cause I would love to. It does feel like how they say it feels like you just talking to yourself, and you kind of. So it does feel like you're talking to yourself. So it would be better to have somebody come up with me. But next time, I'll hopefully I have learned how to drop the link and y'all can come up. Well, I don't really have much more. Day Silva will be going live at 3 o'clock. I wanted to join her live. I am, and I need to get run a few little errands real quick. He could have unalived Melody with right. He destroyed his family behind exactly for 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 sex. You destroyed your whole family for sexual pleasures. And if that doesn't show mental instability, then I don't know what does. Martell paid. You think Martell paid Marlene? I think Marlene a fool. Because Marlene was up there like she was upset. I think that Marlene is really a fool, like her son. I think this is learned behavior. I think Marlene ain't never. Marlene looks like she partied all Martell's life. Um, Marlene ain't never had a husband. She, I don't know what type of example she has been as a mother. So I don't take what Marlene says for face value. Marlene just be talking. Marlene just as foolish as her son is. Simone, the wigs are trash. The wigs are trash. Please, what's under the wig? What's under the wig might be better than what she's presented us on screen. Because Marlene, please, please don't come on with them thin wigs no more. Please take a look at Miss Van. Miss Van's bobs are crisp. The hair is nice. She looks good. Like Marlene, quit coming on screen with them beauty supply wigs. Please stop it. And make sure it's flat. It's not even Marlene, please. But yeah, I am going to get off of here. I just want to come on for a second, give my thoughts. The girl code scene was a trip when they tried to take a shot at the millimeters. I thought that was funny. I didn't even get mad, y'all. I thought it was funny. Again, I've been called worse by better. Um, Clearly Miss Van has a styling system. Miss Van looks good. Miss Van is actually in person. You know how TV, you look at people on TV and you like, they're pretty or they look good. But Miss Van is actually in person. She's gorgeous. Miss Van is very beautiful. She doesn't seem to be too bright, honest. Marlene, child, I wouldn't even bring her on TV. But I think that just if you watch Marlene and you watch Martell and you watch their dynamics, I think it shows us where the problem begins. I think it shows us where the problem begins. And again, I said that we have this problem, all seriousness, I think we have this problem in the Black community of coddling our sons and, raising our daughters, but coddling our boys. And I think that that's a major issue in our community. And I don't know why in 2024 this is still a thing. So I hope that with parenting, I have a 16-year-old son and a 9-year-old daughter. I pray that that is not what I'm doing. I hope I'm treating my children equally. I hope I'm instilling the same things in both children. They will be adults and they will make their own decisions. But I hope that my teachings are equal for both of my children. I want my children to know that I love them unconditionally. I always will, no matter what. However, my love may be unconditional, but I'm still gonna tell you right from wrong. And if you coming at me with BS, I'm not gonna coddle you and no bull crap. I'm not. I'm gonna tell you what it is. And if you can't hear it from your mama first, then I don't know. The world is rough. The world is cruel. And I hope that I can be that voice of reason and that voice that brings you back to reality before I continue to allow you to be destructive in your life. So, I'm gonna get off of here, you guys, because these YouTube streets are hot. I just want to come in, get in where I fit in because y'all, the lives be going all day. The lives go all day long. And so I know later on, I love celebrity news and gossip. That's really where I kind of want my page to go. A lot of celebrity news and gossip. I will try to get a video out today. Just it's gonna be a short video just with some news topics that I saw that I thought were relevant to the times. And, I hope you all join me with that one. And it was so nice to talk to y'all. I love y'all. Cookie from the Shy, Simone Wealthy, Carmen, Tawana. Like y'all know, I love y'all for real. Love Key was in here. Linda Gamble came through. Who else did I miss? If I miss you, charge it to my head and not my heart. I appreciate y'all. I'm Just Angel. I love you for real. Y'all is I'm just getting started. I thank y'all. Y'all could be watching anybody else. Y'all could be commenting and engaging with anybody else. And from the bottom of my heart, I love y'all and appreciate y'all. And thank y'all for just giving me a little bit of your time and just talking, having a little girl talk with me. I thoroughly enjoyed you, ladies, and thank you so much for stopping through. You all remember, have a great day. Set your intentions for your day as always. Peace, love, and abundance. And see y'all next time.